No, there's not a weekly review next week.
I'm not going to be here Monday.
Oh yeah, who's not going to be here Monday?
Why is no one here Monday?
Is it the Mary Cedar or St. Paul? Which one is it? Okay, guys, there's a retreat. A lot of you guys are not going to be here. You are still responsible for watching the video, because we're going to tape it. It's pretty good stuff. And download the notes and print out the notes if you can. I'd give them to you now if they're not copied. Okay? Just refresh our memories on things. Everybody put 3 little fingers up in the air. There are 3 ways to solve systems. First, we did graphing. Second, we did substitution. Today, we're going to learn how to eliminate. Elimination is by far and away the best way to do it. You will do elimination a bazillion times when you're in high school. Okay? Go back up the train though. When would graphing to solve your system?
When it says.
Yeah, when the directions say use graphing. You would never choose that. There might be a rare instance where you would choose graphing, but I can't see it happening. See if somebody can figure this out.
When you don't even graph.
When both systems are solved.
They're both in slope-intercept form. Actually, it's not a bad way, but I would use substitution then. Okay? So that's my next question. When would you use substitution to solve a system?
When one system is solved.
For?
X or Y.
Right, guys, listen, you guys are thinking this is good. You would use substitution when one of the equations, or both of them, are solved for one of the variables. Because then it's easy to substitute then. Okay? We're going to learn elimination today. This is the end-all, be-all solving systems. This is the way you're going to do it most of the time. Okay? Everybody look at the 4 examples down at the bottom of the page. What form are all of those equations in? Standard. If they're in standard form, okay? So the step-by-step questions here kind of say that. You're going to write the system so that like terms with the same or opposite coefficients are aligned. A lot of work. A lot of words there.
Yeah.
Everybody cross off the words same. I don't teach it when they're the same. I'm going to show you how to get the if you can just deal with the opposite coefficients being aligned, okay, that's elimination. Somebody give me 2 coefficients that are the opposite of each other. Make them up off the top of your head.
It's okay.
Just the coefficients, Al.
Negative infinity x.
That's the strangest thing I ever heard of.
Infinity x.
McNulty.
2, -2.
2 and -2 are opposite. Somebody give me another pair of opposite coefficients.
17, -17.
17,
People raise their
-17.
hands in this class?
I think so.
I was raising my hand the whole time.
You blurt out 2,
Yeah,
Bob.
still.
All right,
I
so
don't need to.
you're going to write the system so that the like terms with the opposite coefficients are aligned in a nice little column. When we do an example, you'll totally see what we mean
What
by
if
that.
they're not?
You are going to add or subtract the equations. Everybody cross off the words or subtract. If you just do the opposite of the coefficients, you will always add the equations. So I'm not going to teach you guys about the subtracting.
And you'll get 0?
Too many mistakes happen when we subtract things. And then when you do that, you're going to eliminate one variable. Okay? And then you're going to solve your equation. And then you will get either x or y depending on which variable eliminates. Then you're going to substitute that value from step 2 into one of the 2 equations and solve for the other variable. Okay? So there's a little substitution going on here too. All right, let's do this. Madeline, read us equation 1 from left to right.
2x plus 3y equals 11.
Read us the other equation.
Negative 2x plus 9y equals 1.
Okay. Are the coefficients of one of the variables the opposite of each other?
Yes.
Which variable?
Negative 2.
2, -2. Oh,
Raising
yes.
my hand.
Right, guys, you're blurting out a little bit too much. Briggs, talk to us.
2x is the opposite of -2x.
That's what you want to happen. Okay? The opposite amount of them. If we have that, what we're going to do is we're going to add our 2 equations together. This is kind of new. Once you get the opposite amount of the coefficients, okay, draw a line underneath it, hold them, and you're going to add your 2 equations together. And notice, since they're in standard form, like terms line up. Okay? Albano, what's 2x plus -2x?
Oh, then you see it.
Shh. 0. You just, what do we do to the x's?
Eliminate them.
We eliminated them. Elimination. Okay, Sophia, what's 3y plus 9y?
12y.
Bring your equal sign straight down. Guys, you can add two equations together. That's okay. And what's 11 plus 1? Nice. Everybody divide both sides by 12.
I don't know where to plug in y.
How many people got y equals 1 when you stop it? Now, this you got two choices here, McNulty. Take what y equals, 1, and substitute it into either equation. It doesn't matter which one. This first one seems like a little bit smaller number, so I'm going to use that one. I'm going to take 1, and I'm going to put it right there in for y. So 2x plus 3 times 1 will equal 11. 2x plus 3 equals 11. Subtract 3 from both sides. 2x equals 8.
X equals 4.
Did anybody else get x equals 4?
4, 1.
Okay, pair them up correctly. 4
Is that
comma
all?
1 is the solution.
Does it always have to be like a negative and then a positive down here?
The coefficients have to be the opposite of each other.
If they're not, you use.
What if in number 4?
Oh, we'll get there in number 4.
I want number 3 too.
All right, we'll get there. All right, we got the opposite amounts of y's on the second one. So that's good. We're going to eliminate our y's because when we add negative 4y plus positive 4y together, they eliminate. Cross them off. 5x equals 15. Did everybody get x to be 3?
Yeah.
Okay, which equation's easier to get y?
First.
Doesn't matter. Some of you guys do the bottom one, some of you guys do the top one. We should get the same value. I'm going to take 3 and plug it in. So 3 times 3 minus 4y equals 7. 9 minus 4y equals 7. Subtract 9 for both sides. Negative 4y equals negative 2. I got a half. Pair them up. 3 comma 1/2. Elimination. Elimination. Okay, this next one, we don't have the opposite amount of x's or y's. Okay, even though the coefficient of the x's are both 1, but they're not the opposite of each other. Okay, so you guys know the answer to this question. What could you do to one of the equations to make the opposite amount of the other one?
Divide by negative 1.
Nico.
Divide by negative 1.
Okay, you guys all know how to divide by negative 1, but I'm going to, because it's easier, I'm going to multiply the first equation, everything, by negative 1. Multiplying by negative 1 would do the same thing as dividing by negative 1. But it's just easier to write, I think. So, Nico, distribute a negative 1 to the whole top equation.
It's negative x plus 4 and y equals 10.
And where should you put that? Yeah, right below it. And notice, now we have the opposite amount of x's, so we can add our two equations together. Nico, what variable eliminates there?
X.
Excellent. Tell me what each side now says.
Negative 2y equals negative 8.
What's y?
4.
4. Okay. Take 4 now, which is, and substitute it into either equation for y. X minus 4 times 4 equals negative 10. I did it in the original one. That's fine. You should get the same answer anyway.
X equals 6.
X minus 16 equals negative 10. Add 16. I got x to be 6. Very good, Mr. Briggs. 6 comma 4 be the answer.
I got negative 6.
Wait, I got 14.
I got negative 6.
Which equation did you try to get
Oh,
x?
is it
You're
negative
adding
10?
a 24 to the negative
Yeah,
18.
it's right.
Oh.
Wait, is it negative 18?
Yeah.
It's negative 10, 28?
Where do you get negative 10 at?
You changed it.
Oh yeah, you changed it. Oh, okay. I thought it was just still negative 10.
It is not negative. Well, you'd have to use.
I know where I messed up.
Oh, it is negative 10.
No, but you switched it.
I got negative 6.
Wait. So you're using the bottom one?
No. When
I just
divided
used the
by
equation that I didn't touch.
No, he did the first changed it, so then it became a positive 10 instead of.
So is negative x plus 4y equals 10.
Did you use that equation, Cuban? That's my question.
Yeah. I just messed up at the beginning. That's why I got 14.
Oh, so you put it in right into y into that equation we chose, right?
Yeah, I messed up.
So negative x plus 4 times 4 equals 10. Negative x plus 16 equals 10. Negative x equals negative 6. X equals positive 6. You get the same answer, guys, whichever route you take. Okay? So the next one, we get the same amount of y's. We don't want that. We want the opposite amount of y's. So what are we going to multiply the first equation by? Negative 1. Everybody multiply the first equation by negative 1 and put it directly underneath the second equation. Show your work. Negative 3x minus 2y equals negative 8. All multiplying through by negative 1 just changes all your signs on that one equation. The y's eliminate. Cross it off. Negative 2x equals negative 2. Did you guys get x equals 1? Okay. The second equation might be easier to solve for y, now knowing that x is 1. I'm going to write 1 plus 2y equals 6. 2y equals 5. Y equals 5 halves. Or 2 1/2. Either one would be totally cool. 1 comma 5 halves. Or 2 1/2. Okay? Elimination. That's what we're rolling with today. All right, let's try a couple word problems. Sarah B, go ahead and read us problem numero uno.
Sum of two numbers is 56. Their difference is 6, right? Solve the system to find two numbers.
Okay, we don't know two things, guys. What are we going to set our variables up as?
X and Y.
Watch this. Always put a big old star up at the top. Define your variables. We're going to spend a bunch of time, guys, on word problems here pretty quick after Christmas break. You're going to be expected to define your variables. Let's get in that habit now. What two variables should we be using? That's what we've been, X and Y. You guys get it. Somebody define X.
A number.
Nico, very smart. What would you define it as?
A number.
Which one? You got to tell me which one it is. Huh?
Just a number.
X or Y.
Yeah, you got to define it more specifically than that.
Number X.
Let's go first number. Okay? We got two of them. Just don't say a number and a number because then you've defined it as the same thing. Guess what Y is going to be?
Second number.
Third number.
The second number. Olson, you should never quit your day job because you'll be a terrible comedian. Glad I got that on tape. First number, second number. All right, the sum. Who can write the first equation?
Oh, please.
The sum of two numbers is 56.
I want to write the second one.
All right.
I've got it.
Who's got the first one?
Kevin.
Can I?
Guys, I know it's Friday, man. We gotta get through this stuff. Henry, give me the first equation.
X plus y equals negative 6.
Where does it say their sum is 6?
So,
First
The
equation.
sum of the two numbers is
X plus
56.
y is 56.
X plus y equals 56. The sum of the two numbers is 56. Their difference is 6. Who can write the second equation?
Yeah.
Their difference is 6.
Right, 52.
What did I write, 52? Thank you, Nico. My bad, guys. I was looking at the 2. 56. Sonaro, what's the second equation?
Could it be x plus negative, or x minus negative 6y equals?
No. Good try, though. Wait,
No, I meant-
guys,
I meant-
you're doing the same thing last period did. They're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's real easy. Their difference is 6.
Don't
Write
make
it.
a mountain out of a mole.
X minus-
McNulty.
X minus y equals 6.
Guys, their difference is difference means to subtract. So their difference, and then talking about the difference of the two numbers, is 6. Do we have the opposite of one of the variables? Which one?
Y.
We're going to eliminate the y's by adding our two equations together. 2x equals, what's 56 plus 6? 62. Divided by 2.
31.
31.
The first number is 31.
Pretty much figure out the problem now.
What's the second number?
31 minus
25, because 31.
31
Minus 6, yeah.
plus y equals 56.
And you can just figure from there that.
Okay? Because the sum of the two numbers is 56. I got y to be 25. Okay, do not pair those up as an ordered pair. Okay, just box them. X is 31 and y is 25. Wait, wait.
I do 20.
I substituted 31 in for x and solved. Okay. What are the two numbers add up to, guys?
56.
What's their difference?
Wait, now what?
Yeah,
What's their difference?
6.
6. Subtract and
Oh,
you get
so it's
6.
like a riddle.
Math is always like a riddle,
But
especially
it is.
especially for you, a riddle you can't figure out. Okay, number 6.
That was
What if I could do it without the math?
Then you would get any credit on your
That's
testing
what I
quizzes.
was gonna try.
All right,
That'd be called cheating, Kevin.
they're not always that easy. Let's try a little more difficult one. The sum of two numbers is -10. -3 times the first number minus the second number equals
Yes,
2.
yes.
Find the number. All right, we're setting them up. X and Y. First number, second number.
X plus y.
Meredith Burke, what would be the first equation? Their sum is -10.
Wow.
X plus y equals -10. Now, I need everybody to read the second sentence carefully and pause in between where you should pause.
Oh wow.
And see if you can write the second equation. I think everybody here can write it.
Oh,
I
The
got
tough one.
2 seconds.
Quinlivan, what is it?
-3x minus y equals 2.
Oh, I got perfect, Sarah.
-3x minus y equals -2. Sarah, do we have the opposite amount of one of the variables? Oh, it just equals 2?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Good catch, Sarah.
Sarah, what do we have the opposite amount of?
Y.
Gone.
Goodbye, Y.
Add them together.
See you tomorrow.
-2x equals -8.
X equals 4.
Does x equal 4? Okay.
I got the next question.
X equals 4. Olson, how do we figure out what y is?
4 plus y equals -10.
Yeah, he's going to substitute into that first equation. That's exactly what I would have done. Subtract 4, subtract 4. What's y then, Al? Well, -14. Y is -14. Can y be a negative value?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
But
Add them up, guys.
wait, you have to do that? Or
Negative
can't
10.
you see if x is 4, then it has to be
How?
It's
-14?
like
Well,
a
because I mean,
riddle.
if it equals -10, and
I really
the first
wanna
one's
try one of
4,
these
then the
without
only way to
doing
get
math.
to -10 is
Right. But you're going to show your work, Sean. Sean Sidaro does not like to show his work. I hope his parents watch this video.
-10. No, but it's wait, this simple problem.
What this is.
What are you doing with it?
How much I care.
Last on the
You're
front.
making
Alright.
weird hands.
So yes, Sean, please show your work. That's where you make your little mistakes when you don't show your work.
Wait, y equals -14.
I got -14.
Oh,
Nico, what? Add up the two numbers.
Oh, I thought you meant add up 4 and -14.
Yeah, add those up.
Oh, it's 10.
It is not 10.
-10.
-10. And that's what the sum of them are supposed to be.
Oh,
The sum of the two is -10. That check that. -3 times. Nico, take -3 and multiply it by the first number.
okay. 12.
Dude, you're having issues with your negative signs today.
-12.
-12.
Hey, Sean.
And then minus the second number. What's negative 12 minus negative 14, guys?
Negative 26.
2.
Minus negative.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, yeah, the opposite. It equals 2. Shazam, it works.
Shazam.
So it works. All right, on a special day, tickets for a minor league baseball game. Maybe it's the Cubs. They're like a minor league team.
I got
Amazing.
They're going to be good this year.
Not as good as the Sox.
All right, on a special day,
Absolutely
bad.
not.
tickets for a minor league baseball game cost $5 for adults and only $1 for students. Attendance for the game was 1,139 people, and $3,067 was collected in ticket sales. So both those things are facts. Write a system to find the number of adult tickets and the number of student tickets that attended that game. Okay? Let's use X and Y. If you want to use A and S for adult and student, that's not a bad way to go, but I'm going to use X and Y.
How low is this game?
Yeah.
Can anybody tell me what X and Y stand for in this problem? Let's define your variables. Briggs, what do you think?
X equals adult and Y student.
More specifically, what about the adults? What about the
Oh,
students?
X equals adult tickets sold.
The number.
Right, number of.
Yeah, number.
Or if you wrote sold, that would be a good way to do too. Number of adult ticks. And what's Y, Aaron?
Number of stud.
tickets.
Number of
Stud tickets.
Student.
student. Oh, you guys are going to abbreviate it stud? Because you guys are all studs?
Studly.
Yeah, right. Keep thinking that. All right. So, attendance for the game was 1,139 people with $3,067 collected in ticket sales. Who can write the first equation?
Sucker word problems.
Not bad.
We know Alan.
Go ahead, Alex.
5x plus y equals 3,067.
He wrote the hard equation.
Ooh.
$5 per adult ticket, so that's 5x, plus 1y, but he didn't write the 1. He was very smart. He just wrote y. 1y. All that money collected is $3,067. I think that's the tough equation. The easy equation,
Is it just x plus y equals
Yeah,
1, 3?
3,067.
I don't think it equals 3,000. That's the
Oh,
money.
1,139.
Guys, here's all the people that attended the game. And we know that X amount of adults and Y amount of students attended the game. So I'm going to go X plus Y equals 1,000.
Wait, where's the elimination?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good question. Is there an opposite amount of X's or Y's?
Oh, divide by. Oh,
Okay,
Or multiply.
yeah. Multiply.
I'm going to take the top equation because we got the same amount of Y's. So we want the opposite amount of them. So distribute a -1, negative 4X minus Y equals negative 3,067. What do you guys think about a calculator here?
No.
Definitely need a calculator.
What?
You're fair, like it.
Okay, dingus.
Negative 4X equals, somebody do 1139 minus
4,260.
Negative. Should be like 200 or 2,000.
Negative 1,000.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
negative what?
Negative 1,000 something.
No. Somebody get their calculator.
1920.
Albano, did you get it? What is it? 1928? That's the number I remember from. Leave that number on your screen, people, because all you got to do is hit divided by -4 then.
Oh, 1928. The glory days.
Divided by -4,
X is 400.
how much?
400 something.
Use your calculator, Briggs.
Jeez.
482, thank you.
See, I know.
So we know that 482 adults were at that game. Now I'm going to use the X plus Y one. 482 plus Y, 1139. Subtract 482 from 1139. Somebody do that, please. 7, 5, 6. Did I do that right?
657.
657.
Did I do that one right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's students. Make sure that those numbers add up to 1139.
Please write
And-
studs.
Hmm?
Please write studs.
Whatever.
Studs.
But you're not.
Students.
Yeah, that was what made us.
Yes.
Studs.
All right.
And
Here's 8. Here's my question. Especially for the people who are not going to be here Monday. I think just Nico's the only one not going to be here Monday. Listen up. What does the logical smart kid question have right now as far as where we're going with this? What if Cubon? Who's got the big good what if question right now? Come on, it's what we did here. It can't always work out this nicely.
What if they're fractions?
What if there what if there is no like -2? And then, so like x is 3 and then x is like 5 and then y is like 5.
Yeah,
Y is
what
like
if they
3.
don't match up?
Right. That's the $10,000 question. What if this were the system? 3x plus 4y equals 15, and 2x minus 5y equals 12.
You just solve it for both then.
Well, guys, here's my question. Are the x's or the y's going to eliminate?
Wait, that looks the same.
Nah. Well, you just
You do substitution.
What's
No.
so different about that?
no, you
What?
add them
Well,
both,
look,
but then you solve.
Nico, look at all the other equations. All the other, there was always an opposite amount of x's or y's to eliminate. Here, no matter what we do and we add them together or subtract them, you're still gonna have x's and y's. You're not gonna eliminate.
But it'd be x minus y equals 27. So then
Wouldn't you
solve it.
eliminate the y's?
I'll give you a big hint, guys. It has to do with, has nothing to do with 1. Remember how we multiplied through by -1?
Oh, you multiply by something that gets it like.
You're gonna multiply through by something that makes them the opposite amount.
That's not hard.
Yeah, I said that right.
We'll do
Is
that
that what we're
Monday.
doing Monday?
If you're gone, watch the video.
It did sound
Okay.
harder.
Signing off for the weekend, guys. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Uh,
Bye.